Welcome back to my channel. This is episode 2 of me documenting my journey to replace my income using property as my vehicle of choice. For those of you who watched the last video, you know that I just recently completed on 2 projects, and I just wanted to go through what needs to be done once you've got the keys. As soon as I've got the key, I like to install a lockbox, and this just allows trades to then transition in and out of the property without disturbing you. We then need to set up all of the utility bills, council tax, water suppliers, and here there is potential savings to be had. So what I've done is I called up the Welsh water supplier, and both of the properties are on the standard rate at the moment, and that was coming in at £60 a month. However, by installing a water meter, I actually reduced the bill down to £39 a month on both of those. Then we want to inform the utility providers. So firstly, you need to find out who the energy provider is, then contact them and inform them that you are now the new owner. With both of these properties, they run on a top-up card, so I find them to be a little bit cumbersome. You know, you could forget to top them up and you're constantly having to top them up. So I just like to get them both set up onto a direct debit payment plan. And this is also just easier for your tenants, and then also when there's a change of tenancy as well. It just makes it all a little bit simpler. Last thing was the council tax. Now, in this borough, there are potential council tax exemptions for properties that are undergoing renovation. However, they have to be going through structural changes. What they deem as structural changes, if you are potentially knocking down partition walls or needing to like replaster, this would count as sufficient evidence as structural changes. If you're just changing the bathroom, kitchen, redecorating, that wouldn't support the exemption. You do need to evidence this, so they will ask you to send in pictures, document what you've done, and if you can evidence it, they'll send you an exemption certificate in the post, and that will save you a considerable amount of money while you're renovating that property. Those are the potential savings to be had, and that can add up when a renovation's going 3-4 months. Any savings, it's worth getting them set up, and once you've done it once, that's it. You don't need to do it again. Hopefully you found that valuable. If you did, be sure to smash the like button and hit subscribe for more useful tips. As the week progresses then, anything that I think that might be of value or some insights for you, I'm just going to be sharing that, and inevitably there's probably going to be some hiccups along the way, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so I've got some exciting news. We've actually secured our 8th property purchase. This one is going to be purchased with me and my business partner John Wheeler. However, it is a corporate sale, so I don't want to get too excited just yet, as it's still on public notice and we potentially could get gazumped. But what we're doing, we're pushing forward with it, and we are lining up the solicitors. We're looking to do a 14-day completion, which is really quick. We are using bridging finance on this. We've also got investor funds already in the bank, so we'll be allocating those. However, we are looking to raise some additional funds for the renovation costs. So if anyone's interested to get involved in this project and work with us, get a decent return on your money, then yeah, drop it in the comments, invest. I'll reach out to you, we can have a conversation, I can explain in more detail, and yeah, it'd be great to work with some of you. But this is all a little bit surreal now, and because my first 3 property purchase, it took me about 6 years, I think, where this year we're actually buying, this is the 4th one that we're purchasing this year alone, with potential to actually buy more later on through the year. And yeah, this is mainly to utilising the buy, refurbish, refinance strategy, as well as raising private finance. Like, this has been pivotal in our success. Also, obviously, learning the skills of like how to analyse deals, sourcing deals. This is really contributed to us being able to take action and move the needle forward. And we're not actually sourcing all of the deals ourselves. We do work with other sources who we know and trust. And yeah, we've built some great relationships with other sourcing agents in the area. Highly recommend everyone should learn how to source their own opportunities, but you know, time is a massive factor. It's a very active way of investing and growing your portfolio. So if you can leverage that skill and work with other sourcing agents, it just accelerates that growth. And that's what we're doing now, is we're working with other people. So if anyone has got great deals and want to send them our way, whether they're off market, on market, then happy to take a look. As like I said, we are purchasing more this year. Other than that, we've had one of our we've had a tenant move in the property that we've just refinanced, and it's not all sunshine and rainbows. So this particular tenant, they sent us a picture of some damp issues in a property that we've just had newly renovated, and this just happens, unfortunately. When the build team were in there was no signs of damp issues, and they were in there for like 3 months, but it's just unfortunate. It's now seems that there is some rising damp. I'll put a picture on the screen just to show you what rising damp looks like. It's only a small area, but just have to get it fixed, get it sorted, and make sure that the tenant is got a nice, clean, livable property. But other than that, my other 2 projects are progressing really nicely. The build team are just sending weekly updates, so every Friday we get an update, and it's moving along at a really good pace. They're both looking to complete in 11 weeks, and then we'll get a tenant in and get them refinanced. So really excited about that. With regards to the builder and sort of payments, so every Friday we get, like I said, the update video, but we also make payments, and that's broken down. We make the initial payment typically around 15 to 20%, and then through the remainder 11 weeks we divide the remaining payments across those 11 weeks, obviously with the final one just being this snagging and then making the final payment. So that's it for this week, guys. Stay tuned for next week's video. We'll be running through some live auction deals and just learning the platform. So don't forget to give this page a like and subscribe. It really supports the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.